This lesson we're going to be looking at dot plots, also known as line plots and histograms. Dot plots and histograms allow us to visualize the spread of the data values, how they vary, and it helps to identify where the center of the data set is. So to create a dot plot, we just stack dots or X's above each of the numbers in the data set. We stack them above a number line. And then for a histogram, we're going to separate the x-axis into equal increments. And then we're going to use boxes stacked on top of each other for each one of the values in the data set. So the stacked boxes will create bars that are right next to each other. And we should get a similar distribution of the data values as we would get from the dot plot. So first, if all the values occur with the same frequency, we get a uniform distribution. And then for all other scenarios, the distribution of values will either be skewed to the left, meaning the tail was going to be to the left. If it's not easily identifiable, you can just compare the mean and the median. If the mean is less than the median, then it's going to be skewed left. And if the tail is to the right, it's skewed to the right. And again, if it's not easily identifiable, you just use the mean and the median. If the mean is greater than the median, it's skewed to the right. And a symmetric distribution of values. You're going to have the left side of the curve is going to look, it's going to be pretty much the mirror image of the right side of the curve. In this situation, the mean equals the median. So using the same data set as a previous lesson, to create the dot plot, we just want to start at a value that's less than the smallest value in the data set, and then at least going up to the biggest value in the data set. And then we just put X's above each one of the numbers in the data set. Now for the histogram, we want to separate it. We want the x-axis to still have that same range of values. At least the smallest value should be at least the minimum value in the data set. The biggest number on the number line should be at least the biggest number in the data set. And then separated in equal increments. I went by 5s. Then we just count the number of data values in the data set that are between 0 and 5. That would be 3 values. Number of values between 6 and 10 would be no values. The number of values between 10 and 15 would be 1. Number of values between 16 and 20, 0. And then the number of values between 21 and 25, 1 value. Alright, not easily identifiable whether the distribution is skewed to the left, right, or symmetric. So it's pretty easy to calculate the median. Median is the middle value, it's 5. And the mean is the sum of all the values divided by the number of values, which is 9.6. We can clearly see that the mean is greater than the median, so it's going to be skewed to the right. And then using this data set, doing the same thing. Smallest value in the data set is 1. Biggest value is 14. So I'm just going to do my number line from 0 to 15. I'm going to use the same axis for same distribution of numbers on the x-axis for my histogram. Dot plot, I'm just going to put dots or X's above each one of the numbers in the data set. You can notice that there are two 5s and 2 12s. And there are 4 values between 0 and 5 in the data set. There's 1 value between 6 and 10. And there are 3 values between 11 and 15. Median is the middle value. The 2 middle numbers are 5 and 8. The average of 5 and 8 is 6.5. And then the mean is the sum of all the values divided by the number of values, which is 7.5. Since the mean is still greater than the median, this distribution of values is also skewed to the right.